Fox News alert, potentially big new allegations in the disappearance of Missouri baby Lisa Irwin. We are now hearing reports that a local handyman known as Jersey reportedly bragged that he got paid $300 to steal this baby. John Paserno is the Irwin family's local attorney, and he's with me now. John, welcome back to the program. All right,
Thank you.
I want to underscore that this is, at least triple hearsay. But walk us through how this allegation first surfaced.
The allegation came to us from the mother of an individual who said that her daughter had knowledge that she was with somebody who claims that Jersey made that statement earlier.
Okay, so
it happened the night after the vigil. Jersey
is, according to this person, Jersey's with this guy the night after the vigil for baby Lisa. And Jersey says to the guy what?
From what I heard from the girl firsthand when I interviewed her was that for $300 that he helped get baby Lisa.
He helped get her?
Yes.
So somebody paid him?
Well, we don't know that. That's what we're trying to track down.
I know. I'm saying that's the claim in this report.
That is the claim.
Okay, and so he told this to some guy. Do we know who that guy is?
I don't have a name. It's someone who is part of this transient/homeless group of people. We are right now in the process of trying to locate this individual.
And the reason we know about this guy and this alleged conversation is because this unnamed guy then told this story to this 17-year-old girl, as I understand, yes?
That's correct.
Okay, and you've spoken with her?
I have spoken with her. We did that on Tuesday when Bill Stanton and Joe Tacopina were in Kansas City when we moved the family back into their home.
Do you find her credible, John?
Actually, she didn't seem to have a care in the world one way or the other. I believe her when she told me that's what she heard. But obviously, without having interviewed that individual myself, I can't, attest to his credibility.
Do you know whether she has alerted or have you alerted the police to that alleged conversation?
Yes, we have. We've been in constant contact almost on a daily basis, particularly with the FBI, on all of the new leads that we get via texts, via emails, and sometimes phone calls. So the FBI specifically, we've been working closely with. I
mean, because if this conversation really took place, and right now I think you and I both agree that's a big if, but if it really took place between Jersey and another member of this, it's being referred to as like a flop house, but this sort of shared home, then that would be significant because that would be potentially a person who knew Jersey and was in a position to report on what Jersey was saying.
Absolutely.
Okay, I want to turn now to the cell phones because I know you've been pursuing other leads, and there's a lot of questions going around about the cell phones of the parents and whether, in fact, they did have restricted service, as the parents told me, as they've told many people, on the day and night baby Lisa went missing. Because the police, as you know, and as you told me, came in and claimed that Deborah Bradley's phone attempted an 11:57 p.m. phone call that night that lasted 50 seconds to Megan Wright's phone. And a lot of people have been saying, how could it be 50 seconds long if the phone service was restricted? You've spoken with Verizon. You've done some re-verifying on this. What do we know?
Okay. I haven't spoken with Verizon, but our investigators have. As far as we know, from early in the afternoon on the day in question, the phones could dial outgoing calls. As far as the call specifically at 11:57, we don't have any belief that the call actually went through.
Wait, let me stop you. As far as the phones could dial outgoing calls, could place outgoing calls?
Could place an outgoing call, which would be recorded, but the outgoing call would not be received by the other party.
Okay, so you pick up your phone, I dialed John Paserno, and it says, this is Verizon, please pay your bill.
That is my understanding based on the knowledge that we have at the present time.
Do we know then why the Verizon records would show a 50-second call? I mean, you're sitting there listening to that recording for 50 seconds?
Again, not being a phone expert, I don't know. We're trying to verify that. We can't get through. You know how it is when you call a cell phone company. Because there's no active case, we're not allowed to subpoena the records. Much of the information that we're getting relative to that phone comes from the FBI itself when we had the initial meeting with them.
Okay. Now, I want to talk to you about this guy, Dane. Who is this guy, Dane, and why are you looking at him more and more?
Well, the word that we're getting, and I guess a local reporter in Kansas City interviewed at least Dane's father. He is linked to being in the home of Megan Wright, where that phone call went to at 11:57. It's our contention that whoever took baby Lisa made that phone call when they took the phones. Megan Wright has claimed she didn't have her phone that night. This Dane individual was identified as being a person who was in possession of her phone that evening, and so much of the investigation is centered around finding him. Evidently, he was out of the Kansas City area on a hunting trip and just recently returned. From what I've read, the reporter from Kansas City went to his parents' home, interviewed his father on the porch, and supposedly had some contact via texts with some individual who purported to be Dane.
Yeah.